Hey guys, today we are going to look at Catherine Full Body, the Dynamite box, which is the premium limited edition for the PlayStation Vita. But first, I've got a little bit of Vita news to go over. So first of all, now some of the Vita collectors out there might have already heard, but Sharon no Cooney has been canceled on the PlayStation Vita. Now, for those of you that don't know, this was a Kickstarter back in 2016 that promised an English localization, and one of the backer rewards was for a physical PlayStation Vita version. With the obvious Vita game card deadlines approaching quickly, people have voiced their concerns in the past, and it's always been met with encouragement. No worries, we'll be able to finish it in time. We're just in the final stages of the UI, it's almost finished. And then this. Apparently the people that they were contracting for development overpromised, and they're actually not going to be able to get it done in time. There's too many critical bugs in the code, which I just don't understand. They've had all this time to work on the framework. But what really upsets me is not missing out on this game for the Vita, it's the incompetence. Stringing everyone along for years, making us believe that it's coming, and then at the last minute pulling the rug out. Look, we're used to disappointment in the Vita community when it comes to Kickstarters, but this is on another level. First of all, they should have started develop on the framework for this PlayStation Vita game from the very start. That way, when the translation was done, they could just simply drop the scenes into the framework and the game would be done. They had over 4 years to work on it, almost 5. And secondly, it's a visual novel. It's the easiest video game framework to develop. And especially this one in particular. Some visual novels have special effects with zooming and characters sliding in from the sides of the screen, which also isn't difficult, but this doesn't even have that. It's just static images with a user interface. You have to be completely inexperienced to screw that up. And third, if they would have just been honest much sooner about not having the skill to develop for the PlayStation Vita, then we could have very easily got someone else to handle the task. Sometimes You, Rataika Games, East Asia Soft, Top Hat Studios, all of them already have the framework developed for visual novels. Why did they wait until it was too late to get someone that knows what they're doing? So I'm mostly upset about the incompetence. It's ridiculous that this Kickstarter is still ongoing, and it has an estimated delivery date of 2017. But anyway, let's get on to more exciting topics. So, I recently installed my old copy of Game Maker Studio 1.49 Master Suite just to play around with and maybe compile something for the Vita. I thought it might be fun to program something for it. I actually compiled an old project I had started several years ago that runs RPG Maker games. I originally made this for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox, and it wasn't really designed for the Vita, so it's running pretty slow here. But it compiled the first try. I was really surprised. With a little optimization, I could get it running much faster. But I think I'm going to start a new project, maybe pinball. I think I heard someone mention that there aren't very many pinball games on the Vita, so that might be kind of fun. But I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you updated if I come up with anything cool. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at Catherine Full Body, the Dynamite box. So I actually unboxed this already. I recorded it and everything, but I guess I had a wild hair up my butt that day because later on when I was editing it, I was like, this guy is too weird. Who is this person that I let unbox my game? So it's time to rein it in a little bit. I'm gonna try to be normal this time. Look, I already broke the shrink wrap on it, but who cares? It's all still here. We'll take a look at it anyway. It'll just be easier to open it this time. So the only other version of Catherine I have is for the 360. I have the deluxe edition. It comes with underwear and a shirt. Now, this Dynamite box is the premium LE version of Catherine Full Body. Unfortunately, on the Vita, we only have a Japanese version though. And the only reason it took me so long to pick this up is because I've been holding out for an Asian English release. But it's looking like that might not ever happen, so here we go. You can actually pick this game up in English on the PlayStation 4 or Nintendo Switch, but I love my Vita games, so I'll have to work with this. It's not so bad though, but you'll see what I mean in a minute when we boot it up. All right, so first we have this paper sleeve on the outside, and this just has like region information, the barcode, and package contents listed. Underneath, we have this clear plastic sleeve that has some of the characters' clothing printed on it, So let's just slip that right off. All right, wait. Starting to get weird again. It's time to be normal. We can do this. From the side, we can see the various contents in here. Now let's go ahead and check out the soundtrack. It's in a DVD style case, interestingly enough. So here's the front and back. You can see we've got 4 discs, which is awesome. And there is an insert. And each disc has a little different design on it, which is pretty cool. There's no interior art, but we do have this insert, which has some of the lyrics and track lists for the discs. And this game has an excellent soundtrack. Disc 1 is the Catherine original soundtrack. Disc 2 is the Catherine arranged classic soundtrack. Disc 3 is the Catherine full body soundtrack. And Disc 4 is for the voice actors, roundtable talk, and audio commentary. Next, we have the Nero glasses with DLC. The DLC includes the night costumes and the ideal voice sets. All right, here is the art book. Now, most of this art book is going to be character art. And then some designer's commentary. And the last bit has some package art illustrations. And then we have the game case. Inside, there is no reversible art. There's a quick start pamphlet. And the game card. All right, so let's check this out. If you don't know Japanese, you're really gonna miss out on the story elements. Now, you can still do the puzzle gameplay, no problem. So this might be okay if you've already experienced the story in English on other platforms like the Switch or PlayStation 4. But if you didn't play the full body version, you'll definitely want to play that in English too, because there are new story elements and an additional character. So since I have like 10 PlayStation Vitas, I have one of them with modded firmware so that I can install translation patches. And yes, there is a translation patch available for this game. All right, there we go. My ideal version of the game. For most people, the Switch or PlayStation 4 version will do just fine. I think they're actually even cheaper, but I've got to have the PlayStation Vita version. There are a few different options for the patch. Now, you can have voices in English or Japanese, and then the text you can have in English or Spanish. So really cool. I probably normally wouldn't like a story that involves infidelity, but this game is done so well between the story and the nightmare puzzle sequences and just chatting with your buds. It's such a great game. Anyway, I'm gonna have fun with this one now. Finally, I can play it on the Vita, and I'm gonna listen to some more of this awesome soundtrack. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you later.